Hi there, and thanks for joining us today. I'm Mark Maxwell, the Director of Product Management for Ooma's SMB product line. Today I'd like to take a few minutes to help you understand how you can learn how to run your business from anywhere using Ooma Office Pro. As a cloud-based system, Ooma Office Pro delivers the agility to allow you to work from anywhere, even including your home. But don't take my word for it. Take the word of Ooma customers and PC Magazine readers who have rated Ooma #1 for 7 years in a row. As a cloud-based system, Ooma Office Pro provides some wonderful key benefits for your business. First off is our inbound call automation. As a cloud-based system, it's very easy to ensure and guarantee that every incoming call is answered, whether that's by a human, via phone, be it via our mobile application, or by any of our automated technologies, such as a virtual receptionist or the old standard voicemail. Again, as a cloud-based system, we allow you to work from anywhere, which is particularly critical in today's environment. You can use our mobile app, our desktop app, or easily set up and deploy phones anywhere in a distributed office or even at your employees' homes. And lastly, as a cloud-based system, we do offer incredibly flexible setup options. So whether or not you prefer traditional phones, mobile apps, desktop apps, etc., again, as a cloud-based system, we provide the utmost in flexibility. I'm really excited to tell you about 4 different unique features of Ooma Office Pro. The first one I'd like to discuss is our call recording functionality. As the name indicates, call recording allows you to record a call. You can set up call recording to record all calls on your account. You can set it up to record all calls on particular lines, or you can set it up to do call recording on an ad hoc or as-needed basis by simply entering a short star code to begin and end your recording. Once you do have calls that have been recorded, you can easily access them and review them from the Ooma Office portal, and you can download them for posterity and reference sake in the future. We find that the call recording feature is particularly relevant and useful for businesses that bill by the hour, for example. So the call recording can be a nice log and can act as a proxy at those end-of-the-month invoicing needs. The next feature I'd like to discuss with you is our new desktop application. The desktop application for Mac and Windows literally allows you to convert your computer into a phone, which is really critical and really useful in today's work-from-home environment and work-from-anywhere environment. So this feature, as much as any, really does help a business operate and work from anywhere. With the desktop application, you simply download and install the program on your Macintosh or your PC, and then you can literally make and receive calls. You can access all of your company directories, you can listen to voicemails, you can review call recordings as we just discussed. You can literally do anything you would do from your phone and a few more things right from the desktop application on your PC. If there is a downside to a phone system that allows you to work from anywhere, it's that that same system allows unwanted callers to reach you anywhere. But we've solved some of that with Ooma Office Pro's enhanced call blocking. With the call blocking features that we offer in Office Pro, you have 3 levels of protection from unwanted callers: blocking anonymous callers, blocking sophisticated robo-dialers or spam callers based on heuristics as well as a shared community of knowledge, and then last but not least, the ability to create and manage your own custom block list. With Ooma Office, every time you receive a voicemail, we will forward you an email with that voicemail audio file attached. With Ooma Office Pro, we take that a step further and also include a transcription or a text version of that voicemail right in line in the email. That makes it really easy to quickly scan over the contents of a voicemail to determine whether or not you need to act on it immediately, can save it for later, or can frankly ignore completely. While we've taken a minute or so to highlight 4 key Office Pro features, I did want to mention a few other critical features that are important for allowing a business to work literally from anywhere. That's company directories right on all of your phones. That's flexible numbering, which allows you to create whatever extension numbers you need to use or want to use internally. A call park functionality, which is kind of, I like to think of that as hold on steroids, where you literally can park calls off of a live line and then retrieve those as you need to. It's a particularly critical feature for busy environments like restaurants or even a busy office that receives a lot of inbound calls. A couple of other interesting features are our mobile app. I've referenced that earlier, but we've got a great mobile app that downloads and installs on your smartphone, allowing you to use your own smartphone for both your personal numbers, as you already have, as well as leveraging a work number as well. So you can get both a separation of your personal phone calls and messaging from work phone calls and messaging, 2 different numbers, but 1 device. So you're not walking around with 2 phones in your pocket. I remember years ago I had to, I literally was carrying 2 different phones, a BlackBerry for work and a very cool at the time flip phone for personal. With our mobile app in today's environment, you don't need to do that. And then lastly, we offer a feature called ring groups, which makes it really easy to enable callers to reach a group of extensions simultaneously, such as a sales or customer service group. This is useful all of the time, but especially in a remote work environment where you're working from anywhere and where your team that used to be co-located may not actually be together for a while. So we've spent some time highlighting a few key features in Ooma Office Pro. Now I'd like to share with you just how Ooma Office Pro is business friendly. So we're so confident that you're going to love Ooma Office Pro that we do not require contracts. Most of our competitors require 12 or 24-month contracts. We don't. With Ooma, you literally can cancel at any time. We don't think you'll want to, but we don't require that you stick around. You can cancel for literally any reason at any time with no hidden costs, no hidden cancellation fees, etc. We also have 24/7 customer support. So whether you need help setting up a phone, configuring a desktop app, setting up a ring group, or other sophisticated call handling features, we're there for you. We're also there for you, if you've simply got a question about your account. Again, that's 24/7 customer support. Most of our competitors don't offer that. And last but not least, our value pricing platform allows you to reduce and easily manage your costs. Whether you've got 2 employees, 20, or 200 employees, Ooma Office Pro is priced at the same amount of $24.95 US per user per month. And that gets you the same great features whether you're a 2 or 3 person company or a 200 or 300 person company. So with Ooma Office Pro, again, you get a great feature set as well as a company that stands behind this product with value pricing, award-winning 24/7 customer support, and 0 contracts. So we've touched on a few key features and mentioned how business-friendly Ooma Office Pro is. Let me pause here and just let you soak in some of the other features that we have. As a cloud-based system, we are able to provide robust telephone capabilities that you would typically and historically only find with a much larger system. So even the smallest of companies can have all of the same functionality and capability as the big boys at a fraction of the cost. We offer everything from sophisticated call management features, excellent mobility features at a just amazing value with, as I said before, award-winning, fantastic 24/7 customer support. Now I'd like to take a couple of minutes to show you a product demo of a couple of the features that we've discussed earlier in this presentation: call recording, enhanced call blocking, and voicemail transcriptions.
Ooma Office Pro offers many great features. Here we are in the admin view looking at the system settings that you have. We're going to do a quick demo of call recording. So let's go ahead and click over to that tab. For this account, we've enabled call recording for the entire account. What that means is all users on the account can create on-demand call recordings by using a couple of simple star codes. *52 to start recording and *53 to end recording. You can also end a recording by simply hanging up. Once call recording is activated for an account, you can then determine which individual users you would like to have call recording set up for to record all calls. So again, with call recording, you first enable it at the account level, which allows all users, all extensions to record on an on-demand basis. But then you can go into specific users and turn on call recording. So let's go ahead and click over activate call recording for one of our users. Let's see what Joe's got. So for Joe's coordination and his configuration, we'll go over to features. Now Joe doesn't have record all calls turned on as a feature on his extension yet. Let's go ahead and activate that. Hit save. And now for Joe's extension, we'll record every call that comes in. He won't have to do the star codes. All of his calls will be recorded. And that's simply a preference that you would determine based on your organization and company's needs, as well as your business needs. So now let's go ahead and assume that there have been some calls over the last few weeks or last month or two. Let's go ahead and look at our call log so we can see how we can actually retrieve recorded calls. I'm going to change our date range a little bit. It was over the weekend. We didn't have too many calls. So looking back a little bit, I know that we had quite a bit of activity. April was a busy month. April and May were quite busy. So as you can see here, this is a complete call log of all of the calls that were received on this account. Now, any that were recorded will have this play icon. So not all calls on this account have been recorded, but any of the ones that have been do have the play icon. Also, you can download any of your recorded calls to save locally. This is really handy because Ooma Office saves recorded calls for 90 days. So if you need an archive of your calls, need those recorded calls for a longer duration, simply download them to your local machine. That's call recording in a nutshell. So again, call recording, you set it up at the account level, as we saw here, enable it at the account level, and then you go in and activate it or enable it for any particular users that you want to have call recording enabled for all of their calls. If you don't want all of their calls recorded, if you just want them to have on-demand call recording, just enable it for the account and inform all of your users on how to use it. Again, *52, *53 to start and stop. That's call recording. One of the other great Ooma Office Pro features I'd like to talk about today is call blocking. With Ooma Office, we allow 2 levels of call blocking. With Ooma Office Pro, we've added what we refer to as enhanced call blocking. With Ooma Office Pro, you have 3 levels of call blocking. The first is to block anonymous calls. You also can create a custom block or blacklist with numbers that you've personally added, and this is at the account level. So these are specific numbers that, for whatever reason, your organization is aware of and knows that you don't want to receive calls from. Last but not least is our new spam, anti-spam and anti-robo-dialer technology, which is actually powered by a third-party company called Robo. This is the really exciting enhanced call blocking. Robo-dialers and phone spammers are very, very sophisticated. They continually change their approaches and their tactics and their numbers literally on a day-by-day basis. So while we do offer anonymous call blocking, these are calls that come in without caller ID, these days many suspected spammers use caller ID and in fact will make it look like a local cell phone number or a local residence that's actually calling you. Leveraging the Nomo Robo technology, which is a shared database of millions of known robodialers and spam callers that gets updated literally on a daily basis, Ooma Office Pro is able to provide you even greater protection from those unwanted calls. So let's go ahead and enable the enhanced call blocking on this account. And what's really exciting about our call blocking is we allow you to treat blocked calls differently. So the blocked numbers on the custom block list that we created, remember, these are numbers that we know and we know we don't want calls from. We can have them when one of those numbers calls us, they're just going to get a busy tone. Same with anonymous calls. Anonymous calls, again, are calls that don't have caller ID associated with them and are usually low-level spammers and unsophisticated robodialers. We're going to have those play a busy tone as well. Now, the enhanced call blocking technology that does block known spammers, known robodialers that do have caller ID, every once in a while, there may be a number that we actually do want to hear from that could be on their list. So for those numbers, I'm going to change that and have those numbers actually go to a voicemail box. And I'm going to have it set up to go to a voicemail that I actually created specifically for this purpose. So again, with each of these three different types of call blocking, you can have those calls treated differently. So I want to make sure that I don't miss any calls, that we don't get any false positives. So I'm going to have any numbers that are suspected spammers get routed directly to a custom voicemail box. Let's go ahead and save all of that. Those are our new settings, and that's call blocking from Ooma Office Pro. The final Ooma Office Pro feature that I wanted to share with you today is voicemail transcriptions. With every extension on Ooma Office, you receive voicemail, plain and simple. Everybody's familiar with voicemail. With Ooma Office, however, we do some interesting things with voicemail. Primarily, we send, in addition to saving the standard voicemail and recording that and allowing you to play that back either through the Ooma Office portal or, depending on your device, directly through your phone or device, we also have an exciting feature that sends an email notification every time you do receive a voicemail. So for Mark's account, we've enabled voicemail to email notifications. What that means is each time Mark receives a voicemail, he'll also get an email telling him that he's received a voicemail. That's standard with Ooma Office. In addition to the notification, we also attach an audio file, the call recording or the voicemail recording, to the email that we send. But with Ooma Office Pro, we also offer voicemail transcriptions, which is a text version of the voicemail itself that is appended just here at the bottom of the email that we send. What's really useful and exciting about that is that makes it really simple to peruse and prioritize voicemails. So you can do that at a glance basis simply by looking at the email that we send. Helps you prioritize those important emails that you need to respond to right away, the ones that you can prioritize for follow-up later on in the day or later in the week, or the ones that, frankly, you can ignore completely. So again, Ooma Office Pro offers three great new features to help you operate your business literally from anywhere. That's call recording, enhanced call blocking, and, as we're showing here, voicemail transcriptions. Now let's go on back to the rest of our presentation and see if there are any questions.
So hopefully that gave you a little taste of just how easy it is to use the Ooma Office Pro system. Now I'd like to field any questions from the audience. If any have been submitted, looks like we have a few that have come over the chat line, so let me address those. So from Joe, we've got, what are the key reasons I would want to switch to a VoIP system from a traditional phone service? Great question, Joe. I think there's answer to that is probably two or threefold. One, ease of use and flexibility, as we've been discussing. A cloud-based VoIP system literally allows you and your team to work from anywhere. And then I think the second answer to that is simply value and price. With a VoIP system from Ooma, you can get incredibly sophisticated features at a fraction of the cost for what you would have to pay for that capability and feature set in a traditional phone service. Next question is from Ty. And Ty asks, let's see here. I have multiple offices, and now I have people working from home. Right, I think we all do these days. Would this be simple for non-tech types or non-technical types to set up and use? Ty, great question. Absolutely. So not only do we make it easy for a single organization to work or a single person to work from anywhere, we make it really easy for businesses to be distributed. So again, not to harp on this, but as a cloud-based system, you literally can deploy your extensions, your phones, your desktop applications, or your mobile app literally anywhere. So if that's a team that's sitting together, great. If that's a team across multiple locations or offices, that's fine too. Or if it's an organization where literally every employee is distributed, remote, on their own, whether they're working from home or socially distancing in a small office location, our cloud-based system makes it really easy to do all of that. We frankly don't care if you're sitting right next to one another or if you're miles apart. Next question is from Raheen. Says, I'm an IT professional and want a business phone system that's easy to manage remotely. Can you confirm how I would do that? Yeah, so kind of building on the answer that I gave for Ty's question, the way you manage the Ooma Office system as a cloud-based system is through the Ooma Office Manager portal. So that's a browser-based portal that you literally can log into from anywhere, but as the admin, you can manage your entire account, all of the functionality for individual extensions or users on the account. For example, like the call recording feature, you can through the portal make adjustments on an extension by extension or user by user basis. You can do that all easily through our browser-based portal. Great questions. And then last, looks like we've got a fourth question. Last question came in from Mary, and that's where is your 24/7 customer support based? Great question, Mary. Actually the short answer is right now they're working from their homes. So actually a lot of our customer support folks are distributed all over the place. But our customer support team is based primarily in Northern California, close to our corporate headquarters, so sunny Northern California in Silicon Valley. We do have some overflow support based in the Philippines, and those folks are all native English speakers. So when you call into Ooma, you will get an Ooma agent who is incredibly familiar with our system. That's all they're supporting. It's not a call center where they're supporting 15 or 20 different products and they've got to fumble through manuals and such like that. You are calling an Ooma support team, most of whom are in Northern California. A few are not, but we do operate 24/7, so we've got coverage for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to answer any of your needs. In wrapping up, would just like to again thank you all for your time today. I know that everybody's busy in today's environment, so we appreciate you taking some time to tune in and listen to Ooma Office Pro and this presentation. Hopefully it's been interesting and educational. If you've got further questions, please visit us on the internet at ooma.com/office/pro, or simply give us a call at 877-959-6662. Thanks again for your time. Stay safe, stay kind, be well, and happy calling.